Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Wednesday message from Lantos. We're going to go ahead and begin, as always, with an invitation to the angels and the great beings of light. Beloved great celestial host of angels, beloved great cosmic beings of light, beloved masters of light, we send you our heartfelt love and gratitude for all you have done to bring forth the eternal light of Genesis on earth, and for all you have done for each of us, as we have sought to establish that eternal light within ourselves. We invite you to be with us for this conference call, and we ask for your continued support and assistance as we go through the great transformation for the earth into the era of eternal light. We ask for your assistance in creating a new civilization based upon the wholeness of knowledge. And we ask for your assistance in creating the global network of the light of Genesis. We thank you. And now we are going to hear a brief message from Lantos, and then I will speak with you briefly after that.
This is a message for Wednesday, May 21st, 2014. Greetings, dear ones. Today we will define the rays of starlight. The 5 beams of starlight. Together, these beams represent totality of the energy required to remove the residues of the previous eon of Earth. Together, these beams represent the expressions of the Almighty Source. Each ray carries the energy of a particular expression of the beloved Almighty Source of creation. Each ray is blessed by a single aspect of directorship of light. In these 5 rays, we will remove the pockets of impressions of the past action, a very great accomplishment. Now, we will hear the reports of these rays. We will discuss now these pathways of light. These pathways are pathways of action, pathways charting the expedition of starlight across the earth. Yes, very good. Let us discuss this now further. Many blessings.
Thank you very much, Cindy. And as you can tell, that was a brief message. We've been going back and forth with Cindy for most of the day today, getting information from Lantos about this project. You will recall he first brought up this concept of 5 beams emerging from the seat of eternal light for all mankind in Hawaii a few weeks ago. He explained that we would map 5 beams of light emanating from the seat of eternal light for all mankind in Hawaii, going to all locations in the world that require a chamber of eternal light for the accomplishment of phase 2 of the global network of the light of Genesis. So in that, there are a few things that are important to keep in mind. We are just talking about phase 2 right now. And in fact, we are only for this project considering those locations that still need chambers for phase 2, which means that North America needed 25 chambers and already has all of those 25 placed. South America needed 11 and already has all of those placed. So North America and South America do not even receive one of these beams because we already have all of the locations required for phase 2 having their chambers. And just to refresh your memory briefly, you will recall that phase 2 is one very small but very important part of the global network of the light of Genesis. The global network of the light of Genesis encompasses 7,000 chambers of eternal light positioned properly around the world. Phase 2 is only 10% of that, 700 chambers of eternal light. But they are placed in locations with great residue of negative past actions all around the world. The requirement for a location to be listed in Phase 2 was that it needed to be a location of significant negative past action. So that could be a war, it could be an earthquake or a massive tidal wave, a hurricane, something where significant negative activity took place. In addition to that, it needed to be in a location of population. So great population as well as great negativity led a place to be listed for Phase 2. That leaves us with a lot of locations in China, a lot of locations throughout the rest of Asia, many locations in Europe, and a handful of locations in Africa. The 5 beams of eternal light emanating, the 5 beams of starlight emanating from the seat of eternal light for all mankind will be distributed in this way. One beam is going to go to China and will cover all of the chambers required for Phase 2 in China. Now, China is going to require almost 1,500 chambers for the global network of the Light of Genesis, but it only requires 267 chambers for Phase 2. One beam is going to cover South Asia. So this will be Japan, it will be India, it will be Indonesia, it will be that part of Asia that is in the southern part, which makes a little more sense when I tell you that another beam covers the Middle East, which and parts of that also are considered for Asia, but we're separating that out and grouping in with the Middle East, we will include Russia as well. Another beam is going to take care of Europe, and another beam will take care of Africa. So those are the 5 beams. We are in the process of mapping each location requiring chambers for Phase 2 and having the beams marked there as well so that we can get that information to you. But this is what we have right now, and we continue to get more information from Lantos. Well, really, hour by hour today, we're getting more information. So by Sunday, I will speak with you again, and no doubt Lantos is going to want to speak more about this and hear more about it. And hopefully by then, we will have maps sent to each of you so that you can participate in this as well. But thank you very much for joining us today. This is a period of great activity for us, and we look forward to speaking with you again on Sunday. And actually, I just got a message that Cindy is on the line, and let me have her speak. I just have to find her entry on here. Okay, Cindy, I'm going to make your microphone live again.
Hello.
You had something
Hello.
to say.
Oh,
Hello.
Well, it's just that I did give you another message, but I think that you covered it, that minute by minute we're receiving some additional instructions from Lantos. So I have sent you the latest thing that he just finished saying just now. So basically he was confirming that this is a tour of action. So he says it's a physical expedition delivering the precious chambers of starlight to each of the remaining locations of our current phase for the removal of the deepest pockets of residue embedded in the lands of Earth. This is the action necessary at this time. There's lots of action at this time. Okay. In the establishment of the global network of the Light of Genesis. This is illumined action. And then you had some additional detailed questions for him, and he answered those. So I think that with these answers, you should be able to plot the chart the rays that he's requesting. He said that yes, each ray of the expedition will commence at the beloved seat of eternal light. Chambers must be positioned in each location. It is through the proper placement, the establishment of the star chambers, that the residues are lifted and the connections established in our beloved global webwork of light. You see, we are structuring the platform required for the coming new form for Earth. This platform must be prepared. The action must be taken at this time. It only requires a single individual for the placement. However, support is always welcomed. So those are just some of the main points out of the next group of things that he was saying, so that everybody has an idea of what he's talking about. It is an actual expedition of starlight.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Cindy, for that. And everyone, we will have more information for you on this on Sunday. Have a great rest of your week, and we will speak with you on Sunday.